What do you know? We're fucking on.
On.
What were we going to talk about?
All I gotta say is
No, we're not going to intro. Fuck 'em.
no, it's my channel.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go fuck yourself.
Hey guys, it's Mike the Baldadonis, and today it's Wednesday. I come and visit Pete.
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about cholesterol today.
Cholesterol. Wow, what a word, huh? What the hell is wrong with the world and cholesterol today? Everybody's worried about it because somebody told them that if they eat these foods that are high in cholesterol, it'll plug up their arteries, they'll get sick and die.
Yeah, because being in the gym, all people talk about is egg whites. I'm like, no, there's so much more to the egg. And this is where I learned a lot from you.
Yeah, I mean, egg whites, eggs in general, let's just face it. I mean, there's the white and then there's the yolk. The hell's the difference? Yellow and white. Hello? But the yellow part is filled with protein. So, you know, you can get a lot of good jazz of protein from that. But
So is the white egg less protein?
no, the white has most of the protein
Okay.
in it.
Okay.
So you eat egg whites, you're eating protein, right?
Yeah.
So you're eating protein without the yolks because you're probably under the assumption that the yolks are the things that are actually screwing you up. They're the things that are clogging up your arteries. But listen, in reality, the yolk is filled with a powerful amino acid called choline. And choline produces acetylcholine when it's inside the body and especially in the brain. Acetylcholine is used for your brain. This thing here needs acetylcholine to run. And as Mike and I know very well, is that acetylcholine is associated with muscle contraction. If you don't have acetylcholine, you can't contract muscle. So what do you mean, doc? That I should or shouldn't eat eggs because of my cholesterol? You know what damn eggs you want, for crying out loud. Remember, a lot of the shit that we learned in the past, it's a history lesson now. Now, by the way, saturated fat, is it good or bad?
Saturated, it's good.
It's good. Oh my God, did you just hear that? Saturated fat is good. Oh my God. So what does Tom Brady eat for ice cream?
Avocado,
Isn't avocado saturated
all
fat?
saturated fat.
So we should stop eating freaking avocados because it's saturated fat? No, no way. By the way, I don't know if you know this. You guys at home are thinking saturated fat is equal to eating a big burger that's oozing juicy fat onto the plate, right? That's saturated fat. That is not saturated fat. Fats are organic chemicals, and organic chemicals are made of what organic compound? Carbon! Made of carbon. Okay, so carbon, this is a carbon and this is a carbon. And these two carbons, they want to bind together. And if they do it with one connection, with like this, with one little connection, that is not saturated because each carbon has the ability to have two connections. That's saturated, which means there's no more connections available. This is unsaturated. This is saturated. Two connections, two protein connections between two carbons. It's like, oh my God, that's cool. It's saturated. That's what it means. This idea that saturated means I got too much in there. Like if you saturate your coffee, you put too much what in it? Sugar and
Cream, whatever.
And cream. It's oversaturated. There's too much in it. That's not what it means in this realm. Saturated basically means that there's no more capacity for the two carbons to bond. So therefore, they are saturated. Nothing else can bind the two together. But if you remove one of the bonds, there's still two open spots for bonding, so it's unsaturated. That's all saturated and unsaturated means. This idea that you eat too much damn cholesterol is crazy. Cholesterol is made by what? Begins with iver and sounds like
Okay.
giver.
All right, so your liver.
Liver. Cholesterol comes from the liver. 90% of the cholesterol that's in your body is made by your liver. 10% you eat. So what should you be paying attention to? To what you eat? Maybe. Or what else? To what your liver's doing. And what causes your liver to produce tremendous amounts of cholesterol?
Stress.
Stress, number one.
Okay.
How about sugar?
Sugar, absolutely.
Sugar will pump up your damn cholesterol. But by the way, is cholesterol good or bad? What do you think?
I guess we need it, right?
I think so. Is piss good or bad in your body?
Well, it's too. Well, I just.
I don't know, man. I'm pissed. Listen, if you were a dad, right, and you had a baby, little baby girl, and she hasn't taken a dump in 3 days,
I'd be concerned.
I'd be concerned. If she hasn't been pissed in 2 days, are you concerned?
I would think so.
I would think so too. So you have to understand that our bodies work in such ways that, you know, we say it's good and it's bad cholesterol. That's bull crap. There's no good or bad cholesterol. Cholesterol's cholesterol. If I gave a kid $5 to go buy his sister an ice cream, do you think it's a good $5?
No.
No,
Not for ice
because
cream.
not for your sister. Well, on a hot sunny afternoon.
Okay, all right.
But what if you gave $5 to your sister to go out and buy a couple of joints for you and all your buddies, and you're 8 years old? Probably not a good idea. It's not the $5 that's killing anybody. It's what the hell you do with it. Good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Is there such a thing? Nope. It's all marketing. It's always been marketing. LDL, HDL, you know those guys, right?
Yep.
By the way, you guys know at home, LDL is what? Your good or bad cholesterol. It's your bad. But really, is it bad? Come on, cholesterol's not bad in the first place. But is cholesterol more of a fat or more of a protein? What do you think?
Protein?
Nope, it's actually a fat.
All
It's a sterol. So it's a steroid and an alcohol. Together, it's a sterol, which is just like a fat. It's just like a fat. So that fat, so to speak, can it mix with water? Do fats and waters mix?
I don't think so.
They do not mix, correct.
It's like oil and vinegar. They just don't.
Exactly. Or oil and water, right?
Oil and water,
Can you
yeah,
imagine
sorry.
if you took, I'll give you something from the doctor world here for a moment. Let's say that your patient goes home and takes a dump. Well, you don't because you're not a doctor, but I ask him, did your crap sink or float?
Well, that is key, right?
Yeah.
So if it's floating, it's more greasy. Is that right?
It's
Is
got fat on it.
More fat. Okay.
Yeah, because fat means it can't mix with water, right? Fat and fat is hydrophobic, which means it can't sink into water. It stays separate in solution. So if you take a dump and it hits the water in the bowl and you take a peek back, which you should do every day, take a look back. Mike does because he's into that. Anyway, so if you look back and what do you see? You see that the poop is floating. So why would a poop float? Something has to be hydrophobic within the poop. What is it? Fat. Does that mean you're a malabsorber of fat? Yes. So now your fat is in your stool. What else follows fat out of the body in a stool? Calcium. And what is calcium used for? The relaxation of muscle. So all this cramping you're getting is associated with fat. Malabsorption in the gut can be. And why can't we break down fat? I don't know, because I don't know how. Not the right answer. Because what breaks down fat? Bile or urine?
I don't know. That's why I'm here talking to you, buddy.
Think of the question. What breaks down fats? Bile or urine?
I would say bile.
Bingo! The man gets it.
All right.
Has to be bile because urine is created in the kidneys and goes right to your bladder and you piss it out. So bile is literally coming from the liver. The liver makes bile, puts it in the gallbladder, and when you ate something that has fat in it, it releases a secretion of gallbladder juice known as bile into the digestive tract to break it down. But what if you don't do that? Then you don't get rid of the fat. Then what happens to your stool? Floats in the water. Would that be an indication that a person is developing gallstones? Why not? Why not? How'd they get gallstones? Stressed out, eating crap constantly, and unfortunately, at some point, there goes the gallbladder.
What'd you have?
Gallbladder. No, what did I have? I had
Yeah.
French fry.
No.
At lunch.
What'd you have? You had stones.
I had no, they weren't. Those are kidney stones.
Oh, okay.
So I had kidney stones
Okay,
for those at
that's
home.
a different story.
So my kidney stones are associated with some other process going on in me. Not that particular one. That one comes from the gallbladder itself. So when you look at what gets pooped out and sits in your toilet, it's a good idea to look back. What should you see? They're sinkers, not floaters. If they're sinkers, then you digested your fat. And if they digest the fat, then you can hold on to the calcium so you don't cramp. So if you have crampy legs, what do they tell you to eat?
Magnesium.
I told you that, magnesium, because you know.
That's right,
But what are you
buddy.
supposed to eat if you go to a medical doctor's office and you're now having leg cramps? What do you eat? Bananas or avocado?
Oh, okay. Yeah, bananas.
Bananas!
Potassium.
Potassium, right? Because in a book somewhere, potassium and sodium are two chemicals that are associated with muscle contraction and cellular function. So we said, well, that'll probably do it. Ain't happening, folks. If you're at home, you ate a banana and the cramps went away, give me a call. Give me a call. Never seen it. 30 years, never seen it. Doesn't happen. Does it in a book, though. But you know how much the books are worth? Not much. Most important thing is magnesium, and he got it right. Magnesium's the key.
Yes.
Magnesium glycinate for muscle will then help the muscle to relax instead of contract. But if we said you need magnesium, okay, cool. What is my next question for you? Hey, when you take a dump, does your crap float or sink? And they're like, this guy's a freaking nut job. No. Well, I am, but that goes beyond that. But what's the real point? The real point is that if you're malabsorbing because you can't absorb fat, that'll cause the calcium to be excreted with the poop. And then your leg muscles will also cramp. There's a few other reasons why muscles cramp, not just simply because of a lack of magnesium. Could be a lack of calcium. So you have to make sure that these things are well balanced. But unfortunately, when you go for medical care, the probable thing you're going to get is something that is associated with the relaxation of muscle in the legs, like Requip or one of these drugs that they put out there for restless leg syndromes, right? Yeah, certainly some people go to bed, right? The legs are doing this all night. I get it. When you see this happening, the probability is you got a restless leg syndrome based upon a brain problem. But most of these people that I see in my office, they have magnesium deficiencies. And why do they have magnesium deficiencies? Because they got a poor diet, unfortunately, and they eat sugar.
Right, you eat sugar. And now I know coffee also strips out magnesium.
It does. Coffee's a diuretic. What is diuresis? It's pissing. You just piss. So you drink coffee, you're gonna piss. You drink alcohol. Do we piss when we drink alcohol?
Absolutely.
It's a little different mechanism.
It's been a while though.
Been a while. LT over here. This guy will pee every 5 seconds. He's as big as a house. He's got a bladder the size of a walnut. But that's all right. I won't hold that against him.
That's
if I
true.
can help it. This is what I think is really important though when you talk about cholesterol. People hear that LDL is bad cholesterol and HDL is good cholesterol. Folks at home, you're not right. I'm sorry, but you're not right. LDL is a protein. It's called low density lipoprotein. Lipo means fat. So a lipoprotein carries what?
Lipo.
Right, lipo carries fat. That's what it does. So the fat that you are that you're trying to get out into the body is cholesterol. It's trying to get out there to do a job, but it can't get there because it's fat trying to mix in solution of fluid, which is blood. Fat and blood don't mix. So you must take your cholesterol molecule and bind it to some other protein carrier that can carry the cholesterol to where it needs to go. Otherwise, it can't get there.